Aluminium-ion batteries have been generating a lot of buzz recently. For good reason. Aluminium is something that is, well, there's a lot of it, put it that way.
While most of the world is focused on Tesla's flashy Cybertruck or humanoid robots, a quieter revolution may already be underway, one that could end lithium batteries as we know them. Leaks suggest Tesla has been developing a radical new power source, aluminum-ion batteries, faster, safer, and cheaper than anything in production today. And the first car to feature this tech might not be a luxury Roadster, but the ultra-affordable Model 2. But how does this chemistry work? Why is Tesla's version different? And what does it mean for the future of EVs? The chemistry shift. For more than a decade, lithium-ion has been the beating heart of every Tesla vehicle. It powered the original Roadster, it made the Model S a global icon, and it remains the standard inside the Model Y, the world's best-selling EV. But lithium-ion technology, for all its success, has always carried three burdens: cost, safety, and scarcity. Now, with leaks pointing toward aluminum-ion, Tesla may be on the verge of trading those burdens for a completely new set of advantages. To understand why this shift matters, we need to look closely at what makes aluminum-ion so different. At its core, the difference lies in chemistry. Lithium ions carry a single positive charge, Li+, while aluminum ions carry a triple charge, L3+. This higher charge density means that for every aluminum ion that moves during a charge or discharge cycle, 3 electrons are transferred instead of just 1. The result is more efficient energy transfer, higher current density, and the potential for far greater output from the same physical volume of material. In simple terms, aluminum ions can do more work with less space. That efficiency translates directly into performance. Theoretical calculations suggest aluminum ion anodes could deliver specific capacities up to 2,980 mAh per gram. Compare that to graphite anodes in lithium-ion batteries, which average around 370 mAh per gram. That's nearly a 10-fold leap in potential capacity. For electric vehicles, this means longer range from smaller packs or faster acceleration without needing oversized batteries. But aluminum-ion's advantages don't stop at performance. One of the biggest problems with lithium-ion is its reliance on scarce and problematic minerals like cobalt, nickel, and manganese. Cobalt alone has seen wild price swings, from $30,000 to $80,000 per metric ton, driven by geopolitical instability and the fact that much of it is mined in the Democratic Republic of Congo under ethically questionable conditions. Aluminum, by contrast, is cheap, abundant, and widely distributed. It trades for roughly $2,200 per metric ton and is mined in over 40 countries, with China, India, and Australia leading production. Recycling aluminum is also incredibly efficient, requiring only 5% of the energy it takes to extract it from raw ore. Then we come to the aspect of safety. Much as they might be engineered, lithium-ion batteries are exposed to threats emanating from thermal runaways. Under duress, they can heat up and explode, ignite, or, very rarely, catch fire. Aluminum-ion designs employ ionic liquid electrolytes that are non-volatile and stable below 200 degrees Celsius. They are chemically stable, meaning they will not react violently when damaged. In tests at Stanford University, aluminum-ion cells have been crushed, punctured, and shorted without igniting. Even under extreme abuse, they remained cool. For the driver, this means no more worrying. No viral videos of EVs on fire, no fire during the charging process. Charging speed may be the most newsworthy feature of aluminum-ion batteries. Tesla's current lithium-ion superchargers max out at 250 kilowatts, capable of delivering an 80% charge in about 20 to 40 minutes. Aluminum-ion prototypes have exceeded charging rates of 1,000 kilowatts for small cells, achieving full charges in under 3 minutes. When applied to EV packs, this means charging a family car in 5 minutes or less, which is comparable to filling a gas tank. It would be the last of the psychology barriers for millions of doubting would-be buyers. Durability, at last. Lithium-ion batteries typically begin a detectable decline in performance after 1,000 to 3,000 charge cycles. By contrast, batteries of the aluminum-ion type with advanced carbon nanostructure cathode humanoid constructions have demonstrated stability beyond 12,000 cycles at constant capacity loss. This would translate into over 2 million kilometers of driving, more than most vehicles will ever last. In effect, it could mean that an electric vehicle battery might outlive the vehicle itself. Together, these facts explain why aluminum-ion is being hailed as a possible lithium slayer. Increased capacity, faster charging, safer chemistry, cheaper materials, and much greater longevity. Every box in the EV industry's wish list is checked. But here's the twist. Tesla's aluminum-ion isn't just any aluminum-ion. Leaks suggest the company has made critical upgrades that set its version apart from anything in a lab or competitor's catalog. What makes Tesla's aluminum-ion unique? If aluminum-ion batteries already seem revolutionary, Tesla's rumored version takes the concept further. Leaks suggest Tesla isn't using an off-the-shelf design, but a custom-engineered system built to dominate the next battery era. One breakthrough is self-healing electrodes. Lithium-ion batteries degrade as electrodes expand and contract during charge cycles, forming microscopic cracks that reduce capacity. Tesla's aluminum-ion reportedly uses silicon-aluminum hybrids with polymer coatings that realign at the atomic level. Tiny fractures close automatically, maintaining over 95% of original capacity after thousands of deep cycles, versus the 20–30% loss typical in lithium-ion. With lifespans exceeding 15,000 cycles, these batteries could last decades. The cell structure also changes. Instead of rigid cylindrical cells like the 2170 or 4680, Tesla appears to be shifting to pouch-style soft packs. Laminated multi-layer casings replace heavy metal cylinders, making cells thinner, lighter, and more flexible. Early reports say up to 30% lighter and as slim as 4 millimeters. This opens new engineering possibilities: flat stacking under the floor, wrapping around interior panels, or integration into seat bases and door frames. For a compact vehicle like the Model 2, pouch cells maximize interior space. Safety is a priority. The batteries that Tesla is supposed to be developing are said to be ionic liquid electrolyte-based. This would mean non-volatile, low-pressure materials that do not swell, combust, or rupture. This, coupled with pouch cells, reduces the need for heavy casings, thereby improving energy density and safety. More energy in liters with less weight wasted. Tesla has imagined recycling again. Current lithium-ion recycling depends on energy-demanding smelting or chemical baths that create waste in the process and are expensive. On its aluminum-ion roadmap, Tesla envisions a closed-loop dry process based on vibration, pressure, and magnetic separation, recovering metals without producing any toxic byproducts, and bringing down recycling costs by 40%. Sustainability is thus built in as an advantage. As volume grows, economics will take care of themselves. On the strategic front, avoiding lithium, cobalt, and nickel frees Tesla from vulnerable global supply chains. Lithium prices undergo extreme changes, and cobalt is produced in unstable areas. Aluminum, in contrast, is abundant, mined in over 40 countries, infinitely recyclable, and is cheap when compared to lithium. This transition may ensure Tesla's qualification for US federal incentives extended under the Inflation Reduction Act, which tilts towards sourcing materials domestically or from allied nations. The owners of the aluminum-ion-powered Model 2 could potentially claim tax credits of up to $7,100, establishing a significant market opportunity for Tesla. By creating self-healing electrodes, flexible pouch configurations, secure electrolytes, clean recycling processes, and strong supply chains, Tesla intends to provide an aluminum-ion battery beyond just another battery. Rather, it seeks to create a supportive ecosystem that encompasses durability, efficiency, and scaling. Which raises a bigger question. Why would Tesla debut this breakthrough not in a high-end Roadster, but in the cheapest car it's ever built? The answer lies in the upcoming Model 2. Why the Model 2 needs aluminum-ion. Tesla has never hidden its ultimate mission: to make electric cars affordable for the masses. The Roadster proved EVs could be fast. The Model S proved they could be luxurious. And the Model 3 proved they could compete with gasoline sedans. But the upcoming Model 2 rumored to cost around $10,000 to $15,000, is Tesla's boldest move yet. To succeed at that price point, however, Tesla needs more than just a smaller car. It needs a breakthrough battery, and aluminum-ion may be the only technology capable of making the Model 2 viable. Let's start with cost, the single biggest barrier to entry-level EVs. In today's vehicles, the battery alone accounts for roughly 30 to 40% of the total production cost. A 60 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion pack costs Tesla around $7,800. With aluminum-ion, estimates suggest that the number could be nearly cut in half, around $3,900 for a pack of similar capacity. That's an instant savings of $4,000 per car. Add US federal tax credits under the Inflation Reduction Act, and the Model 2 could enter the market for as low as $11,000 to $14,000. At that point, it's not just competing with compact EVs, it's competing directly with gas-powered Toyotas and Hondas. Then there's charging speed, still the biggest pain point for many drivers. Current lithium-ion Teslas on V3 superchargers take 20-40 minutes to hit 80%. That's fine for long road trips, but it doesn't replicate the convenience of filling a gas tank. Aluminum-ion's charging profile changes that completely. For a smaller pack, say 40 to 50 kilowatt-hour, which is expected for the Model 2, a full charge could be completed in just 3 to 4 minutes. That's the same time it takes to buy a coffee. And it makes the car practical even for city dwellers without home charging setups. Weight loss, as usual, has been shielding other critical parameters. An aluminum-ion cell weighs about 30% less than an equivalent lithium-ion cell. The implications are that, in the case of a compact electric vehicle such as Model 2, it could cut as much as 150-200 kilograms from gross mass. Losing mass usually improves acceleration, reduces energy consumption, and could increase range. Although the battery is smaller, the Model 2 may realistically achieve a range of 350 to 400 kilometers per charge, thus comparing it on the same level as larger and more expensive electric vehicles. The other aspect that matters too much in this segment is performance durability. With an estimated potential lifespan of aluminum-ion batteries of up to 12,000 cycles, it is presumed the battery may outlast the car. This means fewer warranty claims and lower overall cost for the owner in the long run, and also a better resale value. For first-time EV buyers who might be nervous regarding battery lifespan, this durability feature is a huge selling point. Also, perhaps the most strategic reason Tesla needs aluminum-ion in the Model 2 is market disruption. The lowest-end electric vehicle in Tesla's portfolio brings with it a host of concerns from its competition, Chinese car manufacturers like BYD, who have exclusively entrenched themselves within lithium iron phosphate (LFP) chemistry. Though cheap and very reliable, LFP packs are maxed out in terms of energy density and charging speed. If Tesla launches a $12,000 car that charges in under 5 minutes, can withstand decades of use, and will outperform those powered by LFPs, it's more than just competition, it's domination. In short, the Model 2 is Tesla's chance to deliver the long-promised EV for everyone. And if it seems like Tesla just stumbled into this breakthrough, think again. The company has been quietly laying the groundwork for years. The quiet preparations behind the scenes. Tesla's product reveals are often loud, flashy, and impossible to miss. But the company's biggest revolutions rarely happen on stage. They happen quietly, in R&D labs, through acquisitions, and in subtle supply chain moves that most people overlook. If aluminum-ion is truly coming to the Model 2 in 2026, then Tesla has been preparing for this moment for years. The first clue lies in Elon Musk's own words. In past earnings calls, Musk hinted that Tesla had made key acquisitions that were instrumental in lowering the cost per kilowatt-hour. He didn't specify which acquisitions, but insiders have pointed to startups specializing in electrode technology and carbon nanostructures, both critical to aluminum-ion chemistry. These technologies form the backbone of the self-healing electrodes and graphene-infused cathodes rumored to be inside Tesla's prototypes. At the same time, Tesla's investments in the 4680 battery cell may have been more than just a next-gen lithium experiment. While 4680 cells are still lithium-based, The new form factor, structural integration, and automated manufacturing lines built for them could easily be adapted for aluminum-ion pouches or soft packs. Tesla's gigafactories, often described as chemistry agnostic, were deliberately designed with flexibility in mind. That means Tesla can switch to aluminum-ion without having to build entirely new plants. Then there are the supply chain moves. While most automakers have been scrambling to lock up lithium and cobalt contracts, Tesla has quietly signed long-term agreements with aluminum suppliers and recyclers. This hasn't gotten the same headlines, but it's significant. Aluminum is not only cheaper and more abundant, it's also infinitely recyclable. By building closed-loop recycling partnerships, Tesla ensures it won't face the same price spikes and ethical dilemmas that haunt lithium and cobalt. Tesla's research collaborations indicate its furtherance on the path of innovation. The earliest breakthroughs in aluminum were from Stanford University and some Australian labs experimenting with graphene foam cathodes. Indeed, one of the richest histories in funding as well as poaching talent has been from the top research institutions. It would not be surprising if those same researchers now work behind closed doors at Palo Alto or Austin, tied to timing, of course. Yet again, Tesla rolls out innovation first with niche or luxury, and then begins to trickle it down the range. Aluminum-ion, however, suggests exactly the reverse entry point for Model 2. That makes sense if Tesla is already super confident in the tech. It could also indicate that quiet piloting has been going on, testing aluminum-ion packs, perhaps in smaller energy storage projects or internal fleet vehicles, before scaling to consumer cars. Similarly, financial incentives align in this case. For strategic reasons, Tesla has been moving away from lithium supply chains that depend heavily on Chinese refiners, so that it can fully qualify for US federal EV tax credits, built-in competition worth billions. That would explain why Tesla was already lobbying for some supply chain transparency and domestic sourcing when the other automakers were just waking up to the idea, so to speak. These concerted preparations give one a clear picture that Tesla has not just bumbled upon the aluminum ion, it has laid the groundwork for that battery for years to ensure that, when the time came, it could quickly scale production, source materials in an ethical manner, and dominate the global market. And if Tesla succeeds, it won't just change its own cars. It could trigger the end of lithium altogether and reshape the global EV industry. Global implications. For over a decade, lithium has been the lifeblood of the electric vehicle revolution. Automakers from Tesla to Toyota to Volkswagen have poured billions into lithium-ion technology. Mining industries exploded in South America's Lithium Triangle, Australia's Outback, and China's refining hub. But if Tesla brings aluminum-ion to market in 2026, it could signal the decline of lithium dominance. The ripple effects would extend far beyond cars, reshaping global energy itself. The first impact is cost and availability. Lithium is expensive, volatile, and geopolitically fragile. Prices have doubled or halved within months, while supply remains concentrated in a few countries, with China controlling most refining. Aluminum, however, is one of Earth's most abundant metals. It's mined in more than 40 nations, trades at a fraction of lithium's price, and is endlessly recyclable. If Tesla proves aluminum-ion works at scale, the bottleneck of lithium supply chains could collapse, permanently altering EV economics. The second impact is safety and adoption. Consumer hesitation has long centered on fires, long charging, and costly battery replacements. Aluminum-ion addresses all three, with non-combustible electrolytes, charging in 3 to 5 minutes, and lifespans stretching decades. It's the first chemistry that matches gasoline's convenience while surpassing it in durability. Fast charging alone could erase range anxiety and push millions of skeptical buyers into EVs, fueling mass adoption. The third ripple spreads beyond cars. Aviation firms experimenting with electric planes have struggled with lithium's weight and fire risk. Aluminum-ion's lighter, safer, longer-lasting design could make short-haul electric flights viable. Freight carriers could deploy long-range trucks with minimal downtime. Consumer electronics could shift to phones and laptops that charge in seconds and last for years. A battery revolution of this scale would touch nearly every sector. Ripples are unavoidable where an interruption has occurred. A multi-billion-dollar global ecosystem consisting of lithium mines, refineries, and factories could be left hanging by a precipice. Strategies may fall flat in many countries, such as Chile, Argentina, and Bolivia, which pin their hopes for the future on their lithium export. Even suppliers of Tesla, heavily invested in lithium, might have to pivot quickly. Every innovation comes with winners and losers. This seems historically clear. Even competitors would be rocked too. For example, automakers like BYD, GM, Hyundai, and Ford have made deep investments in lithium iron phosphate, LFP, and nickel manganese cobalt, NMC, chemistries. This stalwart technology has commenced to reach the upper limit of densities and recharge speed. If Tesla scales aluminum ion first, it won't just be an incremental edge. It could be a generational leap, putting rivals in a scramble, similar to what happened with Nokia and BlackBerry. Finally, that is the question about the aluminum rush. As there was a global scramble to secure lithium supply, EV demand may accelerate aluminum consumption, but aluminum supply is not that endangered in the long term, as it is an abundant mineral that is already embedded in global trade. Gearing up for such explosive demand would still require quite heavy investments in terms of production. In the end, it is a story that goes beyond Tesla. If aluminum ions can deliver, then it may lead to a remodeling of modern energy itself. Soon, the lithium age would look like the steam engine age, transformed in its time, but eventually supplanted by something faster, cheaper, and better. The main question is not so much whether Tesla can put the frosting on aluminum ion, but whether the world is ready for EVs charged in minutes and with a service life of decades. And that's the story of Tesla's leaked aluminum ion battery and what it could mean for the end of lithium. If this breakthrough really powers the 2026 Model 2, the EV industry may never be the same again. What do you think? Are aluminum ion batteries the future? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe for more deep dives, and watch the next video on your screen for even more hidden stories shaping the future of technology.